Alright guys, so today we're going to talk about milk and why it doesn't build strong bones. It's actually pretty crazy because my mom has always been like, drink milk, build strong bones, prevent osteoporosis, things like that. But recently she called me and she was like, Megan, you left your chocolate almond milk here. I became obsessed with it. And then now she switched non-dairy, and she was just like, the first thing I noticed is that when I bend over, it doesn't hurt to get back up anymore. So why is that? Reason number one, milk is for babies. We produce milk when we're pregnant. So humans, we have breasts. We give milk in them whenever we're pregnant to feed our young until about 2 to 3 years of age. 3 is kind of old to be drinking milk, but we're still producing milk. Reason is, at 3, we lose the enzyme that digests milk sugar. Milk sugar, something we continue drinking as we get older, it becomes harder and harder to digest. That's why you hear so many people have problems with lactose intolerance. There's people that have allergies to certain dairy products and things like that, is because when we go beyond a certain age, we don't need that liquid form to get our nutrients anymore. We are now able to eat plants and sea vegetables and nuts and grains and things where the cow got their proteins from. We are the only species that drink milk from another species. And there becomes problems with this. Additionally, that milk contains casein. And casein turns into casomorphin. The reason morphin kind of sounds like morphine is because it's addictive. It's an opiate. It's actually, when people tell me that they can't get away from cheese, that's why they can't become vegan, this is what I think of every time, is that it's because it's addictive. Not metaphorically, but actually chemically. There is opiates in milk that continuously cause you to come back. The reason that it's in there is because for the young, like example calves, it gets them to keep coming back to their mother's udders so that they can get all the nutrients they need until they're grown enough to start eating plants, which kind of turns out is what we're all meant to do. So don't be fooled just because Milk Life is supporting the Olympics. You see all these celebrities with the milk mustaches. It's called money. They're getting all of the sponsorship from milk because they're trying to sell it, because they want to keep getting money from impregnating cows. Whenever they just stop producing milk, they impregnate them again, on average about once a year. They stick their hands into the cows' butts with the sperm, impregnate the women, and cause them to become pregnant so they can keep producing milk. At a certain time, their udders become oversized and they become sore, they get infections, blood and feces start to run out to the milk. It's just disgusting. It's something that you do not want to put in your body. And the other thing I was saying about casein is that the thing is that kind of is like very evident about why you shouldn't drink milk is because casein in human milk is only 2.6 grams in human milk. It's just the right amount for human babies to want to come back to their mothers and continue getting their nutrients. For cows, there's 26 grams, which means that you are putting so much more opiates into your body that continuously causes you to come back to dairy. That's why we put it in everything. It's because we love it, because we're addicted to it. Second problem is this whole thing of calcium. We all think that we need to have milk because when you're older, we get strong bones from it, right? Well, the thing about calcium is that the reason that people drink it, and that's good for you, is because it basically like alkalinizes your blood, which when your blood becomes more alkaline, it neutralizes and buffers acidity. And the crazy thing is that animal proteins, which are found in milk, actually have more acid in them than the vegetables, plants that we eat. And you may think, oh, well, what about fruits? Like fruits have acid in them and you're eating constant fruits and then you need even more calcium to, counteract it, but you don't, because fruits are not acid forming. Only animal proteins and concentrated sugars are the ones that are acid forming. So technically you're drinking more and more milk to counteract all of the calcium that is being broken off of your bones to keep your blood alkaline. So a healthier way to get this calcium is by substitutions, getting milk from, plants and seeds and nuts. And you're not putting any stress on your body, you're not causing your digestion to become more rough, you're not taking milk from a baby cow who gets snatched away from their mothers as soon as they're born and is hauled off to the slaughterhouse unless they want the girls to produce more milk. There's just so many things that are better about substitutions, and you're still getting the same amount of calcium, if not more. I've actually compared milks in the store, and some milk you'll see it says like 50% calcium, and then you'll go and see a substituted milk and it says 55% calcium. You can always get calcium other places, so do not count on milk. Also, if you're like, no, I'm not becoming vegan, that's like the worst thing to ever do, well, I would recommend just lowering maybe your dairy intake then, because really, since I have cut out dairy and meat, my body went through this transitional process for about a month or two where it was kind of like my digestion was getting back on track to where it was starting moving quicker. And some people have like bathroom issues, or some people have stomach issues just into that transition because your body has been forced to digest these heavy things in your entire life. And so whenever you get to where you're not doing that anymore, your metabolism starts speeding up and it's just easier for you to digest. And then now, you drop weight, you have more energy to work out because you're not just bogged down when your digestion. Like, think about, like, the biggest example I like to give people is like, think about when you eat Italian food or food that's like high in dairy or meat. You get tired, you want to go home, you want to take a nap. Reason for that is because it's so hard to digest for your body. So, bottom line, I have a video for vegan pizza on my channel. Check it out. It's so good. It uses substitute dairy in it. It's, vegan cheese, and it is so good. And I know some of you may be worried about soy or whatever, and I will tell you that there's Daiya cheese, that's shredded mozzarella, that has no soy in it at all. You don't have to worry about switching to vegan products and getting too much soy. You can always regulate yourself on how much you're getting of everything, because that's what we're supposed to be doing. We're supposed to be keeping our bodies in the most healthy, position we can be, so that we can work out every day, so that we can, not be tired for no reason because of what you're eating, and, it slows down your day. So just think about it, try it out. If you love it, tell me, because I love dairy substitutions. I will tell you so many things you can make and so many things you can do where you don't need dairy. I promise you. Also, below, subscribe to the channel because I will tell you so much more information as I'm finding out.